What is up, everybody? Medialock here, and today we are back in action on some StarMade, and this is my series where it's kind of like a tutorial LP style. If you don't understand anything in this video that I'm doing, then I suggest going and watching the first episode, and I'll probably do this little announcement on every video. So, to recap a little bit, last time we covered about making a basic salvage ship and how to make easy money, going to the station, the nearest station to you, mining up the plexiglass, and then bringing it back and selling all of it, so it gives you a bunch of money. You start off with about $25,000 or 25,000 credits, and then, as you see now, just selling a couple hundred plexiglass, I have almost 500,000. So off camera, I actually, off camera I actually went and sold, or I went and mined some more plexiglass. So we're actually going to I'm going to show you a neat little trick. If you don't want to sell a full stack, you can actually right-click these blocks, either in your inventory or in your hotkey bar right here. You can right-click it and you say, how many glass, whatever, do you want to take? And let's just say I only want to take 382. So I want to leave myself 100. So as you can see, it leaves 100, picks up 382, and then I can just sell all this, and that gives me 700,000. I have over 1 million credits now, so I can buy a lot of stuff. So what we want to do is we're actually going to tear down our ship, and I'm going to show this episode some advanced building techniques, and we might cover symmetry mode this episode. I'm not exactly sure. I've watched other tutorials, and it looks like not that many people cover symmetry mode, so I might make that its own episode, but we'll see how far we get. I also want to cover maybe some little basic things, little tips and tricks that you might not necessarily know about when building cannons or thrusters or something like that. So I'm going to go into build mode here, and we're going to actually tear this beautiful ship apart, this beautiful beginning booby cannon ships. That's what I'm dubbing these things, are booby cannons. And we're going to build a new ship. So first thing I'm going to show you guys that's new from last episode is if you can press Control here, and then if you hold Control, you can see you have several different options. You see this X, Y, Z, or move mode, orientation, symmetry, and then odd sim mode. So I'm going to explain all of these things as throughout the episode as we build the ship. Maybe not fully the symmetry thing. I might make that its own little episode, but we'll see. So the first thing we want to do is completely remove everything in the ship. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time, but you can left click to place blocks and then right click to remove blocks. So left click to place, right click to remove. So now whenever you remove, you only remove blocks one by one, but let's say we wanted to just remove a big chunk of the ship. So what we can do is, you see this X, Y, and Z? You can actually bump this up, and then if you notice, you see I put up X, and now it's 3 blocks long. So I can actually just right click and remove all this stuff here like that. But let's say we want to do more than that. Let's say we want to remove the whole ship. As you can see, I have a bigger box, and let me back up a little bit. It's kind of weird the way it does this sometimes. Oh, it's really weird. Okay, so let's bump this down a little bit. I feel like it's being, there we go. I feel like the box is a little too big and it's kind of weird. Okay, so that's a neat little trick, is you can actually do these and you can left or right click. So this 3x3 area here, I could left click and look, boom, build like all cannons right there, which is pretty neat. Or okay, so let's actually start building the ship, and I'm going to use this technique for my stuff. So let's build a little tiny board cube. So I want to let's see, how big do I want to make this cube? Let's make it, nah, 10's a little too big. Let's do 8. So that'd be 17. This seems a little too big still. Let's do, yeah, that'll be 15. Let's do that. So I can do that, and this is going to be the dimensions of my my little ship here. So now X right here. So the X, Y, and Z corresponds to, well, orientation corresponds to the way you're looking, and orientation is the orientation for blocks. XYZ can be a little confusing, especially if you're disoriented. So I suggest before you try to add blocks and stuff, I would just kind of highlight over stuff and see exactly what it does. So let's see, what did I do? I did 7, right? Okay, let's... Oh, another neat trick is if you're in build mode, you can actually hold shift and when you're moving around and you'll go a lot faster, which actually helps out quite a bit. So we're building a little board cube here, and I'm making this 15 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, like that. And this is very useful whenever you're trying to do big walls. Of course, it only goes up to 10 blocks. I don't know if that'll be changed in the future or not, but hopefully they allow you to do more, because I mean this helps you build really fast. But you know, maybe if you could go up to like, I don't even know what number, maybe like 50 or something, that would be insane. You'd have to zoom out a lot. Also, another trick, so let's actually go back into fly mode. You can hold left shift, and you can use your mouse wheel, and you can actually zoom out. So if you want to get it backward, if you want to look at the rear end of the ship as you're flying, you can do that, which is very neat. You can also hold right shift, and you can kind of, if you hold right shift, you can kind of like rotate around the ship. Now, if you, let's say you want to keep a certain perspective, you can click on left shift again as you're holding right shift, and it'll lock in that perspective. Because if I would have just let go of right shift, it would have zoomed back into the ship. So let's go back into our basic build mode here, and so we decided a 15 by 15 cube is what we wanted. So let's build these little walls. So this would be 7. So each of these little tiny cubes here would be 7 by 7. Yeah, holding control is kind of tricky sometimes, but actually let's do. I think this is what I want. 7 by 8. There we go. That should work. Nice. So I got 2 little walls here, and that took me a lot less time than it would to actually build it by hand. So let's say, for example, I don't even want to, let's say I'm really lazy. I don't even want to do all this. I just want to build like one part of the ship and the rest of it like auto builds for me. So I think we should actually cover the symmetry mode a little bit. Let me remove these real quick. Okay, let me count my blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm actually missing 1 right there. Okay, so let's actually use symmetry mode. Let's say we want to have a ship that is perfectly symmetrical on one side. So you actually can do these little things called set. And so this is the XY plane, which would be symmetrical for side to side, based on this orientation here. So let's do odd sim mode. So if you're making an odd numbered ship, which I always do, I always center it around the core usually, then you want to hit odd sim mode. And then if I do this, it'll actually go to the middle of the block here. So I can actually, what you have to do is you actually have to click on the centermost block. So if I do this, it stays locked on. I just left click right there on the centermost block, and as you can see, the plane is right here. So the way this is going to work is anything I build on this side is going to automatically be built on this side. So let's test this out. Let's test out this little theory. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, it automatically gets built on this side. It's very, very neat. Very powerful too. If you're making a symmetrical build, which is probably some of the easiest things to do, especially with the functions in this game that makes it really easy with these symmetry planes here, then it's a very powerful tool. So let's go ahead and make the whole thing symmetrical. So you just click on the centermost block. So now this is the plane that's going to say if I build anything underneath here, then it's automatically going to be built up here. So let's test this out. So if I do something right here, Then as you see, it's down here, and it's also going to be all the way up here. So as long as you click on the centermost block of your ship, well, you don't have to click on the center, just like I could click on this block and that would still be the center of my ship. So yeah. Now let's go ahead and set this one too. And this is just like the first one, except for it's just on this side instead of this side here. So anything I build on the right side of the ship here is going to be on the left side of the ship over here. So let's go ahead and test that out. So I build something on the right, boom, it shows up here on the left. Very, very powerful tool. Now when you use all three of these in conjunction, so let's say, so my ship has 8 quadrants. One for this corner, one for this corner, one for this corner, one for the down below, one for the up top up here, and one for the down there. So each of these sides is actually 2 quadrants of the ship. So if I build in one quadrant with all 3 of these activated, all the other 7 sides of the ship, other quadrants of the ship, should automatically build. So let's test this out. Let's build the walls. Let's go ahead. Let's just build the framework here. So as you can see, this built on all other 4 sides. It mirrored everything completely. So let's go ahead and come down here, and let's just go ahead and build the framework on this side. Also, I should also mention that the controls take a little bit getting used to. So if you're kind of, oh, so I'm out of blocks already. Okay. But as you can see, I built downwards, and it built downwards on all the other 4 sides. You know, I build side to side, and then it builds. It should automatically build up here on the other side. Very, very neat tool. We got our little mini board cube here. So I think what I'm going to do. Sorry if this is a little confusing. It's kind of hard to explain. If you have any questions, just ask in the comments below. So I want to buy some more holes here. 95 by quantity 95, and hopefully also if you get the max amount wrong, it'll automatically go down to the max amount, which is cool. So you know, I could have hit 999 there, and it would have went straight to 94 blocks or 95 blocks. Okay, so hopefully we have enough blocks to finish this build. I'm hoping, anyways. Okay, awesome. Let's. Oh, we're not gonna have enough, are we? Yep, we're not gonna have enough, but that's okay because we actually don't need these centermost blocks. So let's just go ahead and remove these. And the same thing with remove. If I remove something over here, it's going to automatically get removed over here. Now beware, because if you're making a symmetrical ship, but let's say the front ends up being different than the back, and you have all these modes on, you're going to destroy your cannons that look completely different than your thrusters, which I've done that several times. And I'll have a big array of cannons, and then I'll place like a single block on the thrusters, and like there'll be a single block inside of my big array of cannons somewhere. It only works with empty space, so if all the space is filled, then it won't place any block there. But let's say you remove a block, it will remove a block that's inside your big 16 by 16 by 30 cannon that destroys planets. It will kill a single block inside of there. So it is kind of annoying. You have to be very careful. So yeah, we have some more blocks. So the only other side really I have left to do is this side right here. Hopefully I have enough blocks. And there we go. Awesome. I guess I don't need these centermost blocks right here. I'll go ahead and remove those. Yeah, so we have we have our framework, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to mix both modes, this right here and this right here, to build the walls really fast. But first, before we do that, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go mine some more black coal from the station, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I got some more plexiglass. I sold it because I actually used all of my money buying stuff, and I sold about 700 plexiglass, and I have 1.4 million credits, which is quite a lot. And I also got about 800 hull. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to build the outer walls, and then next time we will add all the cannons, and I'm going to probably cover all different cannon layouts and designs and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to reset the symmetry modes just in case you guys didn't get it the first time. Make sure that odd sim mode is selected if you have an odd number ship. So I'm going to go ahead and you click the middlemost block. So this core works perfectly. Of course, I could also click on the outside of the ship at the centermost block too, which would be like right here, and it works just the same. It automatically finds the center of the ship based on the other symmetry modes. Awesome. So all the symmetry is set, all three modes. So let's go ahead and build these walls here. So what I want to do is I want to make it so I only have to build this side and everything else automatically gets built. So we're going to do, let's see, 6, 6, and this should work fine, hopefully. I'm hoping. Oh. Awesome. As you see, it filled all of this side in. Now let's go ahead and do this side here. So let's see, what would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Nice. Nice. I already did this side. This side should be done, and then this side is done. Awesome. So all 4 of these sides are done. Now let's go ahead and do. I'm gonna go ahead and do this little thing right here, just so we have to fill in the center, and then I should just be able to fill up this one last cube, and everything else should automatically fill up. So I'm pretty sure it is. There we go. Oh no. Oh, I don't have enough blocks. I don't have enough blocks. But yeah, that uses quite a bit of blocks. But there we go. We got our board cube. Looks pretty awesome. And before we end the episode, I kind of want to cover one more thing. So I said I would cover this orientation, and I haven't yet. So let's find a block like a salvage cannon. So as you can see, the arrow's facing left. Whenever you can click on the left or right side of, actually, let's do thrusters. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this all the way back down. Okay, so as you can see the block moving around in the right side here, and the orientation is based on the direction you're in currently. So let's face it towards me. So that is faced towards me, I think. Yep, that's faced towards me. So let's go on the other side. And then let's press Control. As you can see, the orientation, the red side's not towards me anymore because I actually changed my position to my ship. So now it's still facing the same way. So to do that, to reorient it towards you, you just take this red side and face it towards you. And most of the blocks have a red-like side, so it's easy to figure out which side is facing towards you. So that's a neat little trick. It also helps you a lot whenever you're trying to do certain things on the ship, like figure out which way you want you can face the thrusters a different direction and it'll work fine, but I don't know, I always just like having the thrusters facing towards like the back of the ship, something like that. You can have side facing cannons, stuff like that, but we'll cover all that in the future. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, if you find this helpful at all, I know this whole advanced building techniques here video might have been a little boring, but we'll get to some cool stuff soon, I promise. If you guys enjoyed the video, please click the like button. Hopefully you're having a great day. Comment down below if you have any questions on anything. I'll try to answer them as best as I can in text format. It's hard to explain stuff in comments, but I'll try. And if I can't explain it, I'll try to cover it in a future episode. Also, if you want me to cover anything, then comment on that below. I'll try to get it. And yeah, I love your faces, and I'll see you next time.